Cheers. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. This is the first time I feel like in a long time we've started a video outside of the room. In today's video, we're just gonna do our normal stuff, vibe out, nerd out. Gonna go home and do some comic reviews, rip open some card packs. You know, I gotta show off some stuff that I just got too. And in my videos, I always try to show a little bit of like outside of the room though. You know, I don't like to do my whole video in the room normally. And so we're about to go for a run right now. I'm at the track. We're gonna knock this run out, be productive for the day so that I don't feel like shit just if I've stayed in my room all day. And then yeah, we can get to the nerdy stuff. I did also want to talk about, I just watched the newest episode of Invincible, season 4, episode 5, I believe. Oh my god, I hope everyone that's watching me watches Invincible because of how huge of an Invincible fan I am. So just in case you are watching it with me, that Conquest versus Invincible fight was so, I'm gonna try not to spoil anything just in case anybody is watching it, so I'm gonna avoid spoilers. But the fight between Conquest and Invincible was so gory and emotional, and I don't know, like this is why Invincible is like I feel like watching this show again is making him become my top like favorite hero over Batman now, because I just feel so like emotionally invested in everything that happens in that show, which I hope doesn't sound too crazy to say on here. I'm assuming we're all nerds, and so you're probably emotionally invested in some character. Invincible is that character for me 100%, and getting to like go episode by episode and like I'm terrible at describing things, but yeah, like just the last episode, the fight between him and Conquest, if you haven't watched it yet, it is insane. So gory at the same time though. Sometimes I forget about how like bloody and kind of gross Invincible can be at times. That fight was just so much though. I was literally like, it was one of those where you gotta like sit up in your seat. I like have my elbows like, you know, just on my knees. Like I am stressing out during that whole fight. It has been so good though, so good, and I'm so excited for the next episode already. Besides from that, I don't think there's anything else I really wanted to talk about. Oh, I'm watching Hell's Paradise. It's an anime. Trying a new anime because I just finished Solo Leveling, which was amazing. I heard that's not supposed to come back until like early or like mid 2027, and they're working on like a movie. I'm kind of iffy on it. Like I don't really know exactly how I feel about them turning just 2 seasons of a show into a movie. I know that that's something they did with like Demon Slayer, right? And I wasn't a big Demon Slayer fan, so I don't know exactly how that went or how that fan base felt about it. It's weird for me because it's like normally I am more of a movie person, but when it comes to these characters that I am so heavily like emotionally invested in and I'm like really into, I think I would prefer a show because I just feel like I get more out of it compared to, you know, I'm gonna wait for this Solo Leveling movie. I'm gonna wait like a year and a couple months possibly if it gets pushed back, just for this like an hour and a half of a story to build up and everything. And it's like, it'll be cool to see the story progress, but obviously it's not gonna end there. At least with the way the show ended, it seems like there's so much more to do than what a movie could give me. And so I just hate the idea of having to wait like years for the next one. I think I would prefer a show type of thing where it's just like, okay, I just gotta wait maybe a year max, and then I get a bunch of episodes that I can space out and, you know, experience it that way. But yeah, I am watching Hell's Paradise, which is a different anime. It seems pretty interesting so far. I'm on episode 5. I'm kind of liking it. If anyone has any other animes you want to recommend to me though, definitely let me know. I got the Crunchyroll app now, so I'm trying to find different ones that I like. So far the main ones I've liked is just Sword Art Online, which I watched years ago, and then Solo Leveling. So I do seem to like more of the video game based ones, which I grew up playing video games. I still play video games now, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's go knock this run out. Alright guys, I hope y'all can hear me. It's really windy out here. Just want to say, if you want a really good workout, if you hate running but you want to start running, just run when it's really windy outside. Run towards the wind, because the pressure it gives you back, it's like a natural weighted vest. It's just the wind is all pushing you back, and yeah, it takes a lot out of you, but really good for endurance. All right, we're on the cool down period, so I'm about to walk 2 laps and then we can go home. Alright guys, we made it back to the crib. We got the card packs. Let's go. Is today gonna be the day that I finally pull a Battle Beast? Let's get into it. I already talked about Invincible. I'm gonna go out and say that I think he's officially taking the #1 spot. Invincible is my #1 favorite superhero. It is official now. It has been announced here. Let's get into it, come on. Give me a Battle Beast though, that's what I want. I want a Battle Beast. Another Adam Eve, alright. I have so many of those. We got a, what is this? Oh, Doc Seismic, okay, that's cool. I mean, this is a different one. It's not one I have before. So, we got a Amanda, which is a, what is her name? I always forget her name. It's like Monster Girl or whatever. Oh, okay, this one's gold too. This is numbered, number 137 out of 199. That's pretty sick. Hopefully, I can't tell if it's gonna, might be too bright right there, but hopefully I can see it. So that's cool, that's a numbered one. I have a lot of her already, but that's definitely a different one for me. And then we got a War Woman who, if you have not, well, I'm not gonna spoil it. I was about to say something, but I'm not gonna say that actually, just in case you want to get into it. I'm trying not to spoil any of the show. All right, still no Battle Beast. Come on, oh. Next pack here. Let's get it. Battle Beast. Show up. We got a Black Samson. We got another Invincible and Omni-Man, but this one's different. I like this one. I mean, it's an emotional moment. It's like right after Mark got his powers, right? Oh, okay, we got a relic. We got a dual relic. Let's go. Duplicate and Rexplode. And it's like I said, the relics take pieces of the comic book, which is kind of funny. The Rexplode is just literally this like wallpaper blue background. What is duplicates? I still can't. It's just tiny pieces of the comics pretty much it takes. It's kind of hilarious that this is what they chose for his though. That you can see a little bit of dialogue right there in duplicates. That's still sick though. I'm glad that I finally found the relic. The relics are like a little bit more thick too. Hopefully you can see that compared to a normal card. They're like a lot more thick. They're really cool. It has number 514 on the back. It says a little right there, Invincible, congratulations. You have received an authentic dual relic. That is dope. Really sick. Still no Battle Beast, but I mean, that's a cool one to add to the collection. And then we got another Mag Maniac that I feel like I got in the last video. Kinda slacking. Still no Battle Beast. It is what it is though. I mean, this is still a dope one to pull. Two very prominent characters in the Invincible universe, so that is dope. I want to show you guys one other thing that I just got, or I didn't pick it up. I was gifted this though, and I really want to show it. Alright, check it out. I got this huge, I don't even know what you would call this, just like a big collection of One Piece mangas. I'm pretty sure they're called mangas, right? I hear people say it different sometimes. But a full-on box set. I finally talked to like my supervisor about it. It's a new supervisor I had at work about how I'm so into comics and like that's a big part of what I do when I'm outside of work. And he was a big manga person and he was about to leave to another state soon, and so he decided to just gift this to me because he said he thinks I would like One Piece, and yeah, he just wanted to pass it along. So there you go. Hopefully you can see it. 1 through 23 right here. This is really sick. I was telling him how I wanted to get into manga. I didn't really know where to start or like who I should even read because I mean I guess I could have picked up Solo Leveling, but it's like I just finished the show. I don't know. I wanted a new story still, and so yeah, it's just really cool that he would pass this on to me. I'm sure this is a crazy amount on their own. What is it? It's $10 each book, so you know, do the math from 1 through 23. The artwork looks cool. I'm excited to get into it. I have to give it a chance now. As soon as he handed this to me, I was like, there's no way I don't read all of this. Like, I have to. I hope I enjoy it. I mean, I know One Piece is popular. People do seem to like it, and I know literally nothing about it. And so it just, yeah, to me, this is just really cool. Shout out to my supervisor. Yeah, this is just a really sick gift that I wanted to show off because I will be reading it now. And maybe once I'm done reading it, I'll watch the show, but we will see. Yeah, just really, really sick, bro. This is really cool. All right, guys, it's comic book review time. Had to get in our little comfortable sofa area to do these, of course. We're gonna start off with our first review being Narco by Doug Wagner from Image Comics. This was honestly such a great first issue, and like I'm so glad that I just found it interesting enough. Like when I looked at it, it just looked interesting enough that I was like, yeah, let me take a chance on it. Because this ended up being what I feel like could go on to be one of my favorite stories. It was that strong of a #1 for me. But at the same time, this is also my first comic of like a murder mystery type of thing is what it feels like it's going on as, because pretty much what we have here is our main character Marco, this guy right here, who honestly has a pretty interesting like murder theory podcast. It's kind of funny, like a conspiracy theory type of podcast. He says he's trolling, but like we get some dialogue of what he's talking about in his podcast, and it's kind of like I wanted to hear more of it. I actually was interested. Besides from that point, he has this like heart condition, or I mean, I think it's pretty normal that if your heart reaches like 200 beats per minute, you pass out. But the unnormal part is that it happens to him very often. Like anytime he gets in like a nervous situation almost, it seems like his heart rate just shoots up like crazy. And he passes out. We see it like 2 or 3 times within this issue where it just seems to put him in weird spots. And then without spoiling too much, pretty much he gets in this really, like the cliffhanger part that makes me really interested is that he gets in this situation where right before he passes out, I took it as almost like we don't know if he's hallucinating or not, but he seems to witness a murder right before he passes out. And so to me, this can either mean in the next issue he might be set up as the killer because he's right where he's like very close to where it looks like it happens at, or maybe he was hallucinating and that's not even what happened at all. It just feels like a very classic like whodunit murder mystery type of thing, but a little bit of like a twist at the same time. Like I don't think I've ever fully, like even movie wise, have come across something like this. This is very new for me. It just seems like a great setup. I'm really interested to see where this goes. I think it's supposed to be just a mini series, like 5 issues, and I did hear that it's also part of Image's like plastic verse or whatever they're calling. Maybe I'll pop something up on the screen. I know like the I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer is supposed to be somewhat, I don't know if it's tied to this or exactly what it is. I might pick that one up though just to see, because if it's anything like this one, yeah, I'm all in. This was a 5 out of 5. Great start for me. All right, next up we got Capes issue #5. I've still been loving this series. So consistent. Robert Kirkman is just a great writer as well. The art is good, by Mark Inglis, I believe. It's a little new of a name to me. I feel like I like butcher all of these names all the time. Why is if the writers seem to have pretty normal names for me, the artists always seem to have these like hard names where I really don't know if I'm probably never pronouncing them right. But yeah, within this issue we get an epic battle between Chronodile, however you say it, and we get the first appearance of Meteor Master as well, which was really cool. This is just a really fun read to me every month that it comes out. I really look forward to them. Like I said, the artwork's cool, and I saw someone recently say, I wish I could remember the creator's name, but someone described a different comic book as like being very comic booky, and I was like, that is exactly what I feel like for this. Like this just feels like a classic comic book to me, like just exactly what I would think of a comic book should be, how the story should flow and everything, just what the art should look like. This is very much that, and Invincible is not involved in it, by the way, just in case someone's not reading it. It is within the Invincible universe though, which is cool. I think in the last issue we got an appearance from Omni-Man, so that was cool, obviously before he went all evil. But yeah, Capes in general is just like a very fun read, one that I know, like unless it has a crazy fall off, there's no way I would ever stop pulling these. I just find them really fun, and yeah, just like a classic comic book feeling, which is probably also because I have heard, I don't know how long ago, but I do know that these is like a rendition of like Capes came out however many years ago, way before I was into comics, and so maybe that's why it has a classic feel. Not too sure, but if you're not reading Capes and if you didn't read Capes in the past, I would definitely recommend it. I would say this is probably like a 4 out of 5 for me. It was a really good, just fun, action-packed story, but you know, like nothing too crazy, I guess, for me to really be like, oh, this is a 5 out of 5. You need to read this. All right, now we got Detective Comics number 1107. Admittedly, I picked this up because of the Jorge Jimenez cover. It's the only reason why I really wanted it. I love this Batman, the gray and blue Batman. And then just the reflectiveness. Look at that shininess. You know what I mean? This one was cool though. I did decide to read it, even though I really just picked it up for the cover, just to give it a chance. We got like a fun appearance from Green Arrow, which was really cool. I didn't realize that this was gonna be the first issue to a new arc, which I think is called Flight. This is like Flight issue number 1 of whatever this new arc is. Honestly, it's like, I feel like this sounds dumb to say because it's the Detective Comics or whatever, but it just felt just exactly like that, just like a classic. It's gonna be a classic detective story with Green Arrow being involved, Bruce being involved. They're at a mutual friend's funeral, and this little girl shows up who I would imagine she turns out to be evil in some type of way. It just seemed like that classic type of setup where this random little girl shows up and is asking questions. It kind of throws everybody off. I think if you weren't reading the Batman series going on right now with Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez, this would be cool if you just want to have some type of Batman story in your rotation. But I think if you're reading the current Batman thing going on with Matt Fraction, I don't really understand why you would be picking up Detective Comics unless you just really enjoy that feeling of a very classic detective-y type of story, I guess. Yeah, so I don't know. I would give it like a 2 out of 5. It was cool. It just felt like I know I'm not gonna pick up the next issue. You know, it wasn't a terrible story or nothing. It just nothing that would make me be like, oh, I need to see what is going on in here. You know what I mean? All right, and lastly, we got Wrestle Heist issue number 4. Is this? Yeah, issue number 4. We got one more issue before this miniseries ends. Who is the writer by this? Kyle Starks. Sorry, I wrote it down in my journal down there. Yeah, Kyle Starks is the writer for this, and honestly, amazing writing. I really enjoyed this. This is my first type of like heist comic as well. Very heisty. It's called Wrestle Heist, but it's way more focused on the heist than I would say the wrestling part. Even though the characters do have like gimmicky wrestling type of names. The artwork is very reminiscent of like a Rick and Morty to me, which I think is just cool and funny. This is just another like fun read, honestly. I would pick it up if you just want a different type of story in your like rotation. It's just a really funny one. The main antagonist in here, Buddy Hansen, is probably one of the most evil, like just crazy, I don't know, asshole of a person that I have ever seen written in any comics that I've read so far, which is saying a lot because I read a lot of superhero comics, and so the fact that he is almost more evil to me than a lot of the ones I read about is just definitely saying something. But he is he's such a dick in a way where it's like, it's kind of funny to see some of the things he does and says. Even though it is super like mean and it's like, nah, fuck that guy, it's still like, you know, there's a little bit of humor attached to it because it's just of how insane of a person he is. Overall, I would give Wrestle Heist a 4 out of 5. So far, it's been really consistent. It has a good sense of humor in each series or in each issue. Like I said, artwork's cool. I like that it's a little bit more focused on the heist, honestly, than the wrestling portion, at least in my opinion. It's a solid miniseries, honestly. Like, if you just want something fun to read, I would highly recommend this. It's really fun. It does well at keeping you guessing. I would say that too. I don't think that it's been very predictable at all, at least leading up to this point. I feel like I kind of know what happens in the next issue, but I could be wrong, so we'll see. Oh man, it just started raining out of nowhere. But alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. As always, this is just a very relaxed, chill video. It is Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to anyone that celebrates. Like I said, I've just pretty much spending the day chilling. Gonna get through some more of my comics. Maybe get through one of those One Piece books. And just have a very chill, relaxed Sunday. And so yeah, I always appreciate y'all for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. Make sure to like, subscribe, all of those things. And I feel like there was something else I wanted to mention. Go watch Invincible. Go watch Invincible if you've not started watching Invincible. It's on Amazon. If you don't have Amazon, it's worth getting Amazon for that show, I swear. Alright guys, that's it. Until new comic book day, I will see you guys.
Duffel bag filled to the T. When I look at what I see, I could truly say that's all me. Pack my things up, make some pit stops. Catch me in the hilltops on the side of the country. Came back from being down 1-3. We the 16 Cavaliers, whole team hungry.